Welcome back to Tier Fun. I'm your host and guide through Modern, Andrew. And as alluded to in my previous video, we are running back with more Storm. This is a hand that I will be keeping. Probably one land too heavy, but double opt and sleight of hand is good. Okay, looks like we're going up against a Tron deck. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of Tron online recently. Black bordered Tron piece tells me nothing. I may be a heathen, but I'm a fan of white bordered cards when you can get them. Most people are not, and they hate me for it, but you just got to be true to yourself. Okay, so they have turn 3 Tron. We are a bit soft to a turn 3 Tron here, to say the least. I still think this is a good keep, though. Sometimes they just have it. It's one of the pieces we're going to need to go off. If we can draw into... If we draw into a reducer, we could go 3... Okay. I think I'm one ritual short. Let me just think about it. We'll play ritual into Manamorphose. That is 3 mana available. Let's make sure they got... Okay, they got Sanctum, which implies that they have Natural Tron in hand. So if we had one more ritual, we could attempt it. I think I'm good. The question here is, what do they have in hand? If they have something that's going to be able to interact with my Baral, then I think what we want to do here is assume they've got something that's going to be able to interact with Baral. Get another Steam Vents, because life is a resource, and use it all the time. Oh, no. Use it irresponsibly, and you'll end up winning more Magic. That's not what's going to happen. But in this... Oop, don't have 6. In this matchup, your life total is the least important thing that you have to worry about. Ooh. So, yeah. Now that they've got a Relic on board, it's going to be tougher. They don't have a payoff. Well, if they had Wormcoil, they'd play it. Or opting again. Yeah. So we can force them to blow the Relic. I like that, considering we have 2 gifts. I don't like that, considering we would lose 2 rituals. But we can't win as long as they have the Relic. Well, we can. It's just going to be a lot more difficult. And it's going to be really hard with them having Tron. Let's get snow covered to show them how cool we are. That's one change. The only change I've made in between videos was to get a snow covered island. Actually, you know what? We're going to wait. And we'll tie up one of their mana on their turn. Not that it's going to matter. But Gifts Ungiven, we can't do anything else this turn unless we want to spend a lot of rituals, which I'm not keen on. And Gifts Ungiven is an instant, so I can spend those rituals on their turn just as easily. If they have Fatal Push... So if they have Push, going for it here is actually really bad, because they're just going to kill in response. I think we can wait. They're not doing anything. There's the push. So we're going to Gifts in response. So it's really good that we didn't do that, because then we would have just wasted a Manamorphose. I I think we're getting... Let's see, we don't want to do the typical package of Past in Flames, Ritual, Manamorphose. I think we want Noxious Revival. Noxious Revival, Reducer, Gifts, Past in Flames. I think we're good with. I think that's an okay pile. Having Past in the graveyard, which they'll likely put. Maybe they won't actually. They'll probably give it to us. In that case, let's get 2 reducers because we're gonna need a reducer. We need a Noxious Revival, and then we can get Remand or a Past in Flames. Past in Flames would trigger the Relic if our graveyard's juicy enough. Maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to do that, actually. After I've just made this, I realize I probably want to land, too. So, depending on how this pile shakes out. Now, I think if we get Revival, it's too important to revive Electromancer at this point. Maybe Brawl. So, opponent doesn't have a big Tron piece. I guess no. Yeah. They might have a 7-drop now. They just were holding up push for their turn, which I feel like if they had a big like a Karn, I think they would have jammed Karn and just pushed on their turn. Maybe not though. They've got no incentive to not play conservative. Relic's very good against us as long as they're patient. If they're too patient, we can get them, and that's what I'm hoping to play on here. This is kind of, I mean, it's not an incredibly effective pile for us. We're likely to get a reducer out of it, but it's more of a pile that I think it's a hard pile to choose against if you're the opponent, which is another reason I kind of wanted to pick it. It makes them think a little bit. I think they're going to give me Past in Flames Noxious Revival. Might as well have me take 2 life, waste a Noxious Revival, so I can revive one of these dudes. Okay, this is a punt. I didn't think about it whilst... maybe it's not the biggest punt. Ooh, they put Past in Flames in the yard, and they gave me both reducers. So yeah, Baral was going to go into the graveyard anyway, so I didn't need to put Baral on my path. I should have, in the pile, I should have done anything but Baral. Ooh, and then we draw Baral. That's horrendous. So we could discard Baral. We could also discard... I think we want these in our hand. I think we want all this in our hand. So yeah, let's just discard Baral. So yeah, that Baral should have been maybe Opt, Manamorphose. Should have been a lot of things. It should not have been Baral. So now they're going for it. Ugin is the least scary. It lets us go off. Or gives us opportunity to go off. I guess Ugin and Karn are pretty similar, except Karn gets to... If they had Karn to get rid of a land here, that's huge. So they're going to plus. We're going to play... Depends on what we draw. Alright, well, we're playing that island. So we could just wait another turn and gifts for things. We could also play... We can't play both reducers because of Ugin. Getting 2 reducers there plays around Karn for a turn. I think we're in a tight spot. Let's slight. We'll take Manamorphose. So we play Brawl. It's gonna get either pushed or Ugin. I think I'm okay burning a Manamorphose and a Ritual to maybe entice them to pop there. I should have done it in response. If I was thinking about doing that. To entice them to pop their Relic. Ooh, okay. We're in a rough spot. So I do feel like... So we don't have... Yeah, this is tough. We don't have 2... We don't have 3 mountains, so we can't... Like, I should probably be Manamorphosing there, Ritualing and trying to Gifts, but I think we're just at the point now where this game is over. We need to draw a Scalding Tarn. Okay. We could play a Reducer to block, but I guess we're gonna just go for it. So we have to morph. Do we have to Morphos? Yeah, we got to Morphos into red. Play our Electromancer, Ritual, Morphos. I think we want blue in case we draw into like Opt or something. Serum Visions need to bottom. Our mana would have been good earlier. So we're dead here. Opponent's F6'd. We're gonna get. I guess we're not dead. Yeah, because we have two floating. Okay, so we got out of it. So yeah, we would have got Ritual, Past in Flames, Ritual, Manamorphose. Yeah, and that would have done it, because then we would have been able to Gifts. They tapped out. Honestly, I didn't even see that they tapped out. I'm sure all of you guys were yelling at me. I was just like, I was so in tune with how boned I felt like I was. I almost conceded even. That's a lesson. It's kind of hard. That's the one thing I've learned so far while recording myself. Sometimes it helps you think when you're just talking out loud, but a lot of the times I miss simple things like, is the opponent tapped out? Did I just F2 on purpose, on accident? It's things that I will be getting better at the more I do this, but man, does it feel hilarious when something like that happens. So yeah. So, that's Storm in a nutshell. You can win. You can win from almost any position as long as you have a Reducer and no Gifts Ungiven. So that was Green Blacktron, I assume. Grape Shot's not the best here. I sideboarded... I think I want some number of pieces of the puzzle. I don't think I want 4. I sideboarded previously against this deck, assuming they had a lot more interaction. Remand seems medium as well, actually. Like discard and stuff than they actually do. So I'm almost okay with the 2 Past in Flames. I could take out... Maybe I don't want 4. Maybe I want something like this. Shaving 1 Gifts. Grape Shot, because we're not going to have to go off early. 2 Remands, just so we can be able to remand a Grape Shot or remand something, interact. Wipe Away is our only answer to a Relic, usually, unless we get lucky like we did last time. I think I like this. We're hedging against Graveyard Hate. Gifts is still okay, with Graveyard Hate, there's a chance I do want the full 4. I'm not going to change too much, but I think I like this. So yeah, this hand is not the best, but like we can play turn 2 Reducer, hope they bolt it or something. We could draw into a lot of good stuff. I think it's got enough that we're gonna keep it, but it's not an exciting hand. It's good against discard because we have Brawl. We're gonna play Steam Vents tapped here. So back-to-back turn 3 Tron games. We are going to hope that they don't have it. So we need to draw gifts here. If we draw gifts, we are golden. Karn, that's good. So they do have it. We're going to jam out the Brawl. Well, we could also... Yeah, I probably should have fetched one of these. I mean, not that it would have stopped us from drawing more fetches, but... Okay, so we can play Brawl, Ritual, Grape Shot. I think that's what we're going to do. We don't want to... I think we want Steam Vents just to give us maximum red sources. So Brawl, 1. Sorry. Red. 2, Storm. Grape Shot for 3. Same. Redirect to Karn. Grape Shot plus Planeswalkers online is really scary. Grape Shot online is scary in general. Just like if you misclick, you stand to lose so much. So opponent has Karn again here. We're not in a good spot. Karn or Ugin. Fatal Push here sucks, but it's not. We got to grind through that stuff anyways, and we needed to get rid of Karn. So they're gonna pop this. They're looking for Fatal Push, is what it looks like. Push and Ancient Stirrings. So they don't have it. That's good. That gives us time to draw a gift. So if we can draw gifts here, we're gonna win. Relic. That's a good draw. So yeah, they're gonna jam Relic here. Thankfully, we have a lot of fetches. Ooh, they get passed, which stinks because now they can just pop the Relic. Yeah, Brutality's good. Thank goodness for Brawl. I think that's why Caleb. One part mana, it's a lot easier on the mana. Brawl is. The other part is sure. 3 toughness is actually kind of big in this meta. Okay, Slight. We are going to fetch. I mean, if we draw Slight into Slight, that's fine. Say if we draw into wipe away. Ugh, brutal. We'll keep that to fetch for a mountain. We're going to attack for 1. In this situation, well, we would have lost it to Collective Brutality, but attacking for 2 is like way better than 1. But I do think I agree with Caleb. I think Baral is better than Electromancer. If you're not going to run the full 8. So if I'm opponent, they see that I still have Past in Flames in my deck, so... Karn. Yeah, this one we're not going to win. -3. I think -3 is exiling Baral is the only line here. Like they know our hand except for one card. Like if that one card is gifts, you get punished a little bit. And I guess because we have Past in Flames. Wow. That's ballsy. Because, I mean, we're just going to exile the Tarn. They got to have like a removal spell, right? Whoa. I'm not going to play this because they might just Tarn it. Or Karn it. Darn it. We're bottoming both. We could keep Electromancer because you got to assume they're gonna. They probably wanted to just get out of Grape Shot range, but we're gonna bottom it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got to play. I guess I should have fetched earlier. This is a little bit loose. We are. The line here for me is going for Past in Flames. And hopefully they just don't realize that I have mana. Or maybe they're worried about Simian Spirit Guide. I'm hoping this... dang it. Yeah, so that's my gamble. I feel like I should have attacked there too. Punt! That's probably a bit too... Wow, they're exiling again? That's not good, I don't think. I think that's real bad. So, like, they knew that I exiled Tarn. That's the card they knew in hand. I was hoping that they respected me running Simian Spirit Guide. Because if we run Spirit Guide there, we get to go a little bit off. I guess we don't... Yeah, that's probably a bad gamble. I think I should have waited a turn. So they can just restart the game next turn. This game. So I mean, well, let's attack Baral or Karn. Karn. Let's attack Karn. Because if we draw gifts, we're still in it. About as much as we were in last game. Sure, you got my Baral. So they can definitely restart next turn. If they have anything here, we're done. Yeah, we're just done. Alright. That time we were for real done. You know what? I am off pieces of the puzzle. Maybe one. But, yeah, maybe one. I guess with one we can still, we can still have the gifts. I think my thoughts on it are this just wins me the game if I get a gifts with enough. And every game so far that I've played against Tron, I've had to play around Relic, but there's spots where you can do that. And this hand looks pretty choice. If it's just Relic, I think I'm okay with leaving in all of my gifts and my pasts. With the thought being we halfway go off, hopefully with a remand, so the half go off. Looks like it won't be lethal, but then it is. We halfway go off with the first Past in Flames, triggering their Relic. Or we draw an answer. So, yep, Steam Vent's tapped. Man, a lot of people... a lot of people flashed that second mate. Okay, so Chromatic Star. Okay, so I don't think they had a... I don't think they had a Tron piece, so they would have played it. So the question here is, do we Serum Visions fetching something? Do we Serum Visions or play Brawl? The payoff for Brawl next turn is we could cast 2 mana Pieces of the Puzzle. And if we don't, yeah, let's force them to have something here. Once again, I'm just gonna bolt myself. My fetching is probably less than ideal, but it's just something I don't want to have to worry about later. Relic. That's good. Yep, you get my Misty. Double Brawl. I'm gonna Serum Visions first, because then we can just top if we see anything good, and we can bottom stuff like Brawl. Remand is great with the Grape Shot in hand. Blue. So we definitely want Remand. And the question is Sleight of Hand or Opt. Opt we can do in response. Sleight of Hand. Opt is... Sleight of Hand gets you... We can see more with Sleight of Hand. I think I want Opt, though. Yeah. No real reason. I mean, I think you can't go wrong either way. Opt if you know if we know we're tapping out for it next turn. Opt is Sleight of Hand is the better play. I kind of just want to leave my mana up on opponent's turn. Okay. So this is Sylvan Scrying, it looks like. We're close here. So we just have to get 8 spells. We don't have to rely on the graveyard. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Yeah. Passive Flame is good. So we could save this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. That's for 10. I think we can wait. But that looks to be our line. So this is the kind of hand you want to see when we're playing against Graveyard Hate. Could opt for land here. That gets rid of one of our storm triggers. But I suppose land is worth it, and we get it. Also, another ritual might have enticed me. Another Manamorphose might have enticed me to go in. Depending on what they play, I will remand it. I'll think about remanding it. Remand is a key part of how we're going to win. If they tap out, I'm not remanding anything. Because we're going to go off. Okay. Worm Coil, it's fine. Just means we have to... Just means we got to go harder than we did a turn before. Sure. Electromancer, since we don't have a way to get creatures back. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Noxious Revival into Opt or Sleight of Hand. Manamorphose into Opt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we have enough mana. We're close though. Let's just... Do we want to do it? Maybe we want to force something. 1. So think of the mana it's going to cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. I don't think we have enough because that goes to 5. Yeah. Let's just burn this one. We're real close. Blue, red is fine here. Worst draw. Let's see. We passed in flames just for Manamorphose. How good is that? I don't think it's that good. I feel like we're tight here, though. 1, 2, 3. So that's actually, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3. 3 mana for that stuff. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, one more. So if they try to go off, I can Noxious Revival, Remand the Past in Flames, and then Manamorphose. I mean, if they try to pop the relic. But they don't. They let us have it. Question here is, I don't think we want any of that stuff. Red. I think we need red here so we can cast double. Okay, ritual. Now we're going to Noxious Revival the ritual. That should be able, when we remand our Grape Shot. Right? That's good, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7. This is close. I think we're going for it. We really need this to resolve, though, now. So if we get this, I think we win, actually, which is kind of impressive. Like, I feel bad. We're using a lot of clock. I'm not, like, laser focused on the lines yet, but I think this is good. Yeah, if opponent pops the relic, we could remand. No, because remand will resolve. They gotta smell something's fishy. They might not smell the entire fish though, because this is 5. This will be 6, 7, 8. Okay, sweet. So now we're just gonna Grape Shot, holding. Well, undo. Make sure we hold control the whole time. Remand it. So that's 7. The next time we cast it is 15, and this one's 21. So we can just cast this in response to. It doesn't really matter. Get rid of Brawl. So yeah, that was close. Storm is obviously a very powerful deck. It's even more powerful the more experienced you are with it. Grape Shot again. And unfortunately for our opponent, we have the next Grape Shot. But playing, you gotta know how to play against the hate. I'm not experienced enough yet that I saw this line immediately. In fact, I don't even know if I needed to have that. Yeah, I didn't even need to play that Noxious Revival. We would have been fine otherwise. But yeah, Storm is a deck that I think it's great for It's great to play online, especially when you're getting your feet wet. Actually, maybe, it might actually be great. It's great to play anyway. You want to play it. You need to get your reps in with Storm, because especially after game 2, after game 1, it gets a lot harder to play against. You're playing against hate, and you really got to know. Like, sideboarding is really crucial in a deck like this. This hand is very good, with a capital B. I'd like this to be a ritual, but I'm not complaining. New Serum Visions, Basic Island. My soul read is this. Well, what level is it? This is okay. So new. I'm guessing this is either a Delver deck or a Death Shadow deck. That's what I'm on. Ah, Lotus Bloom. Okay, that was very wrong. We're gonna start off with Steam Vents, because that's how I do. Serum Visions to set up our next couple of draws. Nope. They're not gonna have answer. This is ad nauseum. So make sure we know that's 2 turns. 2 turns. So I've actually never played against Ad Nauseam with Storm. Second Past in Flames, not a good draw. I think we've got a good shot, because I don't think they have Graveyard Hate main deck. We're gonna get the Mountain here. This will get an island. We're gonna be a little more conservative with our life total. But they're pretty quick too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to be able to go off as soon as that hits the floor, and that's next turn. So we need a ritual. If we can draw a ritual, we force them to blow. Oh, they have 2 Pentime Prisms. Yeah. I mean, we have to go for it. They're probably going to have. Well. We didn't draw a ritual, but they're probably going to have Angel's Grace to. None of these are good. I guess we could wait. Actually, like, what is opt? What do we can opt into a remand, but because I tapped the way I did, because I'm awful, we can't cast it. So we might as well just hold up something. There's a small chance that they just had a really good opener and they don't have the Ad Nauseam and the Angel's Grace. That chance, it's very small. So here's where I would love to opt. I'm going to opt end of turn, but I would opt into a remand right there, because if you ask for something, you get it, and that's what I would be asking for. That being said, like, I think I know you can't remand that, because they could just go off. Let's see what they did with that scry. It's not like it's going to matter. They bottomed, so they're looking for something. There's actually a non-zero chance they go off in response to me casting this opt, so I don't think I'm going to actually cast it. We'll save it for my turn. I don't think that extra mana is going to really. So it would have been a sleight of hand, so we wouldn't have been able to remand. So get a Steam Vents. Slight into a ritual. Ritual into gifts. Do we have to do it here? I guess so. So we ritual. We have 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's ritual. Oop. My Steam Vents is not target opponent. Wait, do I need to do that? Yeah. We're gonna get the typical pile. Morphos. Oh wait, we don't need a typical pile. We can get Grape Shot here. You know what? I probably should have got, because I had an island, I should have got, instead of Grape Shot, should have got Noxious Revival. That would have been the get. So their bottom, ooh, they gave us the mana. All right. Pow. Pew. We're gonna keep that blue up. So we could just have it here. So let's ritual Manamorphose. I guess we could have just Manamorphose there. I'm gonna get blue here. It gives us, we've got plenty of gifts again. Red. We want to have access to blue in case we need to cantrip. So we have Grape Shot in the yard. That's good. This time we're going to get another ritual. We're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to build Storm. Except we're going to get Remand and Noxious Revival. Wherever Noxious Revival just went, it's hiding. So we have enough rituals to build us back up to cast this one, but we're going to cast this one because I don't think they have main deck graveyard hate. They give us the rituals. To me, this says that they... Alright, can I cast this Electromancer? Oh, I should have got a gifts there. No bother. No bother. That is a big punt, though. So ritual... Just gonna stuff the old yard. So I play Electromancer. Got access to 1 blue anyways. And we can just go for it. Because then we'll have, I mean, we didn't get the gifts. So yeah, this is a bit of a sloppy one on my part. But we're just gonna jam it. The fact that opponent hasn't conceded yet means they have what I like to call interaction. We'll play this past. Ritual. And then we'll just Grape Shot for Xaxes. If they have a way to survive, it doesn't matter how much more we go off. So they could have Angel's Grace here. Interesting. Interesting to note. So we can go off in response to this trigger. Say we opt into a Manamorphose and we Manamorphose into a Gifts Ungiven. But they've got plenty of other stuff. What else am I doing with this blue, though? Remanding something? I mean, it doesn't really matter. They've got plenty of blue. It's just like, do we want to take them off of 1 Pentad Prism? So, yep, Angel's Grace. Sure, same targets. They're making us click. So here we should have another gifts either in hand or in the graveyard. That was my bad, and I feel bad for it. So I'm sorry. So yeah, we should be able to go off next turn. Now we've got to hope and pray a bit with our lone opt. Actually, we're gonna save the opt, and we're gonna cast Sleight of Hand because we're gonna lose access to our graveyard next turn. So they're gonna go down to 1. Yep. Actually, it says they can't lose the game this turn. Yeah. We're going to attack anyways, just to send a message, but it's not really going to matter. So let's slight. No, you know what? since we can't, yeah, we can go off with the gifts. No, we can't. We need a Manamorphose. So since we can't go off here, wait, does Noxious Revival? We could get back. Yeah, okay. So we are gonna Noxious Revival. No, we're gonna do that second. There is no second, so we have to do it now if we want to get it. So yeah, let's Noxious Revival a Serum Visions for next turn. And we'll... No, crap. I should have Noxious Revival and Sleight of Hand. Yeah, that's a pun. Oh, there it was too. Dang. Yeah, we didn't have the win. We had the win next turn. I guess we still do. But Angel's Grace boned us. So the deck bailed me out of a poor decision there. It's the little things, like you start going too fast and you'll lose. With any deck, really. So they have Angel's Grace. Nope, maybe they don't. Unlife. Okay. So Unlife, let's see what we have to do. Unlife, we have to deal 1 damage, so we're going to attack, and then we got to deal 10 damage. So they need another way to get out of this. 1, 2, we're going to fetch. Because they are still in a world of hurt because of the text on Unlife. So they're going to go to 0. Damage, all damage dealt to you as though you had infect as long as you have 0 or less life. Okay. So they're at 0 here. We're going to gifts. We're going to get the classic Oops, I Win plus Grape Shot. Oh, crap. What did I click on? Ritual. Looks to be Manamorphose. Ritual. Okay, so actual good. Desperate Ritual. Yeah, that's what I want. So it's binning, Grape Shot. They need to use another Angel's Grace here, or else we have won. So Ritual, Past in Flames. They are slowly whittling us down. So for, what can we do here? 5, 6, 7. Let's cast some cantrips instead. Visions is good. We have Manamorphose, so we're okay about losing. We want to cast the least amount. I suppose Opt is okay. It'd be better to draw into another Grape Shot, though, right? I mean, we can put it on top. We'll draw into it. We're going to get blue here, so we can cast our 2 Opts. So we're going to get 8. We're going to bottom this one, because we have one in hand. We played land. 9, and then 10 is a Grape Shot. Grape Shot? No, Ritual. We'll play that. We'll go 1 above and beyond. So they need another Angel's Grace, which means they need another Angel's Grace next turn. And we've got a good enough graveyard that we're in a great shape next turn if they can't go off. If they have another Angel's Grace. Wow, so they got another one. That's cool. So yeah, they need another Angel's Grace in hand. Well, no, they can draw into it too. So, okay, sweet. Yeah, we win. Well, I mean, they didn't have to concede there, unless they don't have another Angel's Grace. But yeah, it would have been a hard win for them. Okay, So cards on the table, like I said earlier, I've never played against ad nauseum with this deck, so I have no idea how much graveyard hate they have. I assume they do have it. I mean, everyone does. Wipe away is always going to be good. Remand seems great, actually. So maybe we just play like this. Like, there's an optimum way to sideboard, and we'll get more information next time. I guess everything they have is instant too, so maybe we could fight on that angle. But yeah, when you're not familiar with something like I am not familiar with them, what do we take out if we bring this? I guess we don't need 3 grave shots. That's kind of just for the creature-based strategies. Could get Empty the Warrens too, but I think Storm is hard for them to interact with. I want to keep... Maybe we'll just get 1 Dispel for a Gifts pile. Because Remand is about as good. Yep. So when you're not 100% familiar with a deck or a matchup, I think it's good to err on the side of caution. Wipe Away is great. This hand has potential. I'm really digging Opt in this deck so far. Okay, Wipe Away is really good because I didn't even think about Leyline. So yeah, let's hope they kept that on the back of Leyline. So yep, knowing what I know now, we board out Gifts Ungivens, all of them. We'll probably keep in some number of some number of Past in Flames. At least 1. But yeah, this is a very hard card for Storm to beat unless you have something like Wipe Away. So we're just looking, since we have Wipe Away, we're looking to opt into rituals. Gifts Ungiven is really good here. I didn't even sideboard a single pieces of the puzzle. So that's cool. At least I don't think I did. Let's view that sideboard. Yeah, there they are. Oh, nope. Whoopsie doozle. We shall bottom that. Noxious Revival, that's good. Means we don't have to Gifts for it. We're going fetch crazy. So, they've got a stop on my draw step. That, I don't think they had it earlier. That gets me sometimes when I'm playing too fast. I'll click on my land, assuming it's about to go, it's about to resolve. And then I'll F6, because, you know, when you're recording things, you want to try to be quick. You don't want to be too quick, because then you'll make mistakes, kind of like we did last game, but we got bailed out. Thoughtseize, they're going to take Wipe Away, which means we have to draw into a Past in Flames to win. That stinks. So yeah, poor sideboarding on my part. We're getting punished by that. But we get to be on the play next game. I mean, I guess Noxious Revival gets it back, so we'll sit on it until we need to go off, now that I'm thinking about it. Grafter's Gates. Creatures can't enter the battlefield. So that doesn't interact with Noxious Revival. So we should also be bringing in Artifact Hate, it seems. And probably some number of our friend Empty the Warrens. If we draw Remand and we keep drawing Rituals, though, we can just win with what we have in hand. Because we can Revival and Wipe Away. They need 5 mana to cast Ad Nauseam. So we are sitting pretty here. I don't think there's any reason to hold on to this Electromancer. I could be very wrong. But just crashing in with a 1-3 and a 2-2, the good old-fashioned way, might be the way we end up winning here. So they have 5 turns to draw 2 lands. They're not doing it. 2 lands, an ad nauseum, and we're just drawing rituals here, so that's great. So here, if we draw another ritual, we'll have 1, 2. If we draw a ritual, or let's say we just draw a remand, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 because we cast this in response. 5 is remand. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is remand. And then 7. So yeah, we could just win here, assuming they don't have Angel's Grace, which, never something you really want to assume. If they didn't draw another white source, also wiping away Leyline could have been very good because they could have stranded it in their hand. But we're not in a hurry here. If they draw another land, we immediately become in a hurry. Ooh, okay. So gifting, we'd have to value gifts because of Grafter's Cage. We don't have an answer to it. Kind of no reason not to, though, right? Oh. So yeah, we're going to value gifts here for remand, I suppose. I would like to cast this. Is Magic Online just lagging this much? Oh, right. So I could Noxious Revival. That gets me sometimes. I could Noxious Revival the wipe away here. 1, 2. Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, let's do that. Might as well have done it on upkeep, to be honest. That just gets rid of 1 storm. So we rid them of the Leyline. We go attack for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think we do it, right? So get rid of the Leyline. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to use everything. Okay, yeah, let's go for it. Let's make him have it. I'm actually gonna Morphos because drawing something would be good here. They're not F6, so I don't think they've lost Angel's Grace. Yep, that's fine. That's I mean, it's unfortunate, but oh, they're going for it. Yeah, I should have held on to the Manamorphose. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so what I wanted to do here was cast Ritual just to get a Storm spell out there. So then in response, if this happened, I could have went Ritual, Manamorphose, Gifts Ungiven, and then 1 from there. I mean, I couldn't have won because they had Angel's Grace. But yeah, we'll pretty sure they made us go through with it. So we'll just look at their deck. 1, 2. So the Lab Maniac, they're just going to play that next turn. So we could draw into a Remand. how much does Lab Maniac cost? Where'd he go? I think he's 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if we get a remand, we're good. Of course, they're going to have Pact of Negation, but there's always a chance they don't cast it. Lightning Storm is not an instant, or it is. Yeah, it's an instant. So we are just dead. So make sure there's not anything untoward. We'll draw our card, but we don't want to make them go through it if they let us draw our card. I don't think they will. Man, playing an Ad Nauseam Mirror has got to be a nightmare, because I'm sure it's all like played out to a point where it's academic. So they're waiting. I guess I could count the lands there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's more than enough to kill me. Yeah, as soon as Lightning Storm goes on the stack, I will concede. I think they have enough Spirit Guides, right? So they have 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If they had used one earlier, I've won matches. You can win matches by putting enough pressure on them that they have to expend their Spirit Guides early. Yeah. Yep, you got it. Okay, so gifts ungiven, get out of here. Pieces of the puzzle, get into here. Probably also empty. I don't think bringing in Byforce is all that good. Maybe Remand's actually pretty horrendous. No, maybe Dispel is actually really horrendous too. The only thing we can dispel is a Pact of Negation, and they're only pacting unless A, we have them under severe pressure, or B, they've already gone off. And if they've already gone off, I think they have more than one Pact of Negation. Yeah, so maybe Dispel's not so good. We could shave another Grape Shot. I like having them though. Maybe we just want one empty. I think we're okay, because I think an early empty is kind of one of our wins. So maybe we don't want to. Well, Noxious Survival seems fine for the graveyard hate they showed us. This is all good. Pieces is good. Wipe Away is good. So maybe we just get we expunge ourselves of Past in Flames. That doesn't seem horrendous, considering they had Grafdigger's Cage. So maybe we expunge ourselves of one Grape Shot. This way we still have it in the deck to go off if they don't draw. It's just going to be harder. So yeah, I like that. Wipe Away in hand is actually the worst place for a Wipe Away, isn't it? Yeah. This hand's a keep, though. We're gonna shock ourselves. Bolt the face. Yoink. Storm count 1. Pieces on top. Let's go. Boink. Yoink. This is a pretty good match. I like playing this matchup, actually. Every post-sideboard game with Storm is interesting. And it's rife. I think it's entertaining as well, because you guys get to see decisions I make, and you're not in the moment, so you can also see the poor lines I make, and you can yell at me, or you can cheer me on if I do something good. I think it's entertaining, at least. This isn't the kind of deck you want to play if you're afraid to make a mistake, especially while you're recording. So every mistake I make is unfortunate. You don't want to make it, but you grow through your mistakes. And my mistakes also benefit you guys because you don't even have to make them to grow from them. It's like a win-win. It's a no-brainer, really. So we're gonna. There's really no reason not to shock ourselves. Ooh, if we don't take this grape shot, we're probably never seeing it again. And we could sleight of hand 2 sleight of hands, but I think judging by they didn't have turn 1 or turn 0 ley line, grape shot might actually end up being good. Pentad Prism, so they can cast it next turn, but I don't think they're going to want to. Ritual. We're doing it. It's happening. So I should have saved one of those Tarns to fetch for a mountain, because 2 islands kind of stinks. Put that in the old memory bank. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. I think we just take, since we don't need mana at this point, we're going to take Sleight of Hand Manamorphose. And we're dangerously close. Like, we have 11 damage in hand as it stands. No, that's with a remand, if we draw a remand. I'm always counting remand in hand. Okay, so I think if we draw a remand, I'm just going to go for it. White Boy is also great against Phyrexian Unlife because we can just send it bye-bye. Remand and empty the Warrens. Let's do it. Yeah. So maybe I should have got that ritual. Let's do a little mana check. So we have 4, 5 mana with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna take Remand and empty the Warrens. Our goal here is to attack them down to. Do we? I think we're good here. We can save this for next turn. That's just another Goblin token. We have to discard though. What do we discard? Oh, this is brutal. I guess we're gonna play this, hoping. Yeah, we could take a land, but then we're discarding it, right? We'll take a Serum Visions just to discard it. I mean, either way, because all of these cards are part of our big honkin' turn next turn. So, end step, yep. I would like to go. Oh, he's got it. He GG'd us. So, yeah, we were a turn too slow. We could have held up, GG's. We could have held up Wipe Away, but we did not. We'll reveal our hand. Yeah. So, I think that's a deck. That's a matchup that rewards the more seasoned player or experienced in the matchup. But I had a lot of fun with it. I do think how we sideboarded for game 3 was how we should have sideboarded for 2, even though we still had a chance. Let's record one more here since it just fired so dang quickly. Yeah, this is fine. The upshot of having more ops is you have more keepable hands. I guess it's not really fine, is it? We have 4 lands. But with Serum Visions, this is good. Okay, I was gonna say, whoa, what a draw. God of draws. Not me. Man, Storm's a wild ride. Ooh. Oh. I think we're just so flush we can afford to be redundant here. Top. Storm's a wild ride. I encourage, if you have access to these cards, if you have a friend who has these cards, I think like a rite of passage for a Magic player should be to just experience Storm. Storm is real fun. It's great. Like it really, if you can play around through Storm and you can see the lines, first of all, it's going to make you a whole lot better playing against Storm. Because one of the easiest ways to lose against Storm is to give them an oops, I win gifts pile. So once you know the pitfalls and what each pile means for the Storm player and what the message they're sending you, like it improves your play against Storm. So I encourage everyone to do that, just for their own edification. But like Storm's just a whole lot of fun to plow with. What does that even mean? to play with. I don't think anyone's forgotten the first time they've stormed off against someone. Like, oh, are we dead here? So they're evolutioning into 4 mana card. Oh, okay, that's annoying, but we're not done so. So here we could play Baral. Yeah, let's just play Baral. And pass the turn. I mean, that's like getting the mana back almost. Avalanche Riders, destroy target land. This card is a lot of fun too. It's unfortunate that Modern's in a place where it's you can only really play Avalanche Riders in specific decks, like decks like these where you can search for it, or decks where you can bounce it, like Restoration Angel. Mid-range decks. I mean, I guess it's a mid-range card anyways, but pretty good. Also, I wonder why they didn't attack. All right. I guess they forgot it had ace. So we should be at 13 here. I'm not 100. I played against this deck a few times. Oh, what's the danger in blocking here? They have Gut Shot? Oh, Coco. Coco into 2 more creatures, yeah. Alright, we're on a clock for sure. So they have 1 mana up, but the fact that we have 2 of these guys, so we could just tap, play Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, let's go for the win here. We don't even need to get Grape Shot. And if they can path one of our guys, but it really doesn't matter. So Ritual, Manamorphose, Ritual, Past in Flames. That's so tiny. I feel like I should probably make that bigger for both your guys' benefit and mine. But it adds a little bit of suspense. Like, oh god, is he clicking correctly? All right, so they gave us the you don't have a ritual in hand pile, but we do. So, yeah, game's over here. If opponent's familiar with playing with Storm or doesn't want to make me play it out. So, they can path, that's fine. We still have 1, which is the beauty of having 2. So, yep. Ritual. We're gonna get blue. Doesn't really matter. Might as well play the next one. Red here. We can Grape Shot, right? So it costs 4. we have 5. Sorry, cost 3, we have 5. So 3, 4. We still have 1 left over. Yep. So let's just grape shot. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So then we cast Past in Flames, cast our rituals, cast Grape Shot again. Maybe we have to gifts, and it's GG, well played. So Wipe Away is always good. I assume Empty the Warrens is actually going to be good against these guys because they're not going to be running Wraths. And I don't know what Graveyard Hate they have. So maybe per usual, we just force them to have it game 2. Looks like they're kind of low to the ground. Remand is just insane against Eldritch Evolution. Otherwise, I'd board it out. So maybe what we want is 1 empty for 1 Grape Shot. And get rid of Noxious Revival, because they probably have Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is what they have. So, we could also have double empty. That feels maybe not the best. So if they have Rest in Peace, we probably want to not be too big on this. But let's just let him show it to us. This is still it's a much cruddier 2 for 1, but it's still a 2 for 1. And they could very well, actually, let's just keep in the Grape Shots. They could very well, being an Eldritch Evolution deck, they could very well have Is It Staticaster, and that would just be really bad against the Empty the Warrens. I could also board in Bolt Sight Unseen if they might have Dryad Militant, but like if they're gonna get us in game 2, they can get us. We can extend the game because we have a lot of Grape Shots. Right? Where's our third grape? I think we just sideboarded it. So we can wipe their board a few times. Yeah, we put them all in. Yep, Hands of Keeper. We have Selection and Passive Flames, which may or may not be good if the next card they play is... we're just going to fetch an island here. We'll probably have to shock eventually anyways. But yeah, if they play Rest in Peace on turn 2, bottom, top. Let's go. Let's go. Then this guy's going to be real bad. Okay, Wall Roots. I was real scared for a second. They could have Path, so there's no real reason to expose Baral right here because they don't have. Whoa! That's a good turn for the opponent. Upside it. Say they have an Evolution in hand. I don't think there's anything that. I mean, they could Evolution for Thalia, and then we're in a world for it. Maybe that's why I should have put in Bolt. But yeah, we're just gonna Visions here. Look for more rituals. We don't need Grape Shot. So next turn we're going to just attempt to go off. They're gonna have so much mana up. Yeah, if they just pass like this, it's going to make it very hard for us to go off. Yeah. Scavenging Ooze is one tough customer. So they can exile up to 6 cards a turn. Now 5. So yeah, I should have kept that Grape Shot. I was assuming everything was going to go perfectly for us. But Scavenging Ooze is not perfect. We could have had a mini Grape Shot there. So So I want to shuffle that Grape Shot back into circulation. I think we're just going to play Brawl and pass. If they try to path it, we're going to... I mean, okay. We could just... What? We have Past in Flames in hand. They might... Alright, downsides to going for it. They could probably just eat everything we put in. Upsides to going for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for their turn. I think they would have passed. Oh, green? Yep. You might as well eat everything. Like, there's no downside to eating everything. Also, I didn't realize we drew the Steam Vents. Or we had Steam Vents in hand. We should have played that. So this is 4. We can go off next turn if we're careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can eat our entire graveyard. But if we're smart with our piles and entice them to bin a Past in Flames. So we hope if we can just draw this Grape Shot, that'd be perfect. Drew gifts. So we're gonna gifts them here. I should probably play this land untapped. Yeah, because we're not dead next turn unless they have Resto. This is where Thought Scour would be good against Scavenge Goose because we can just overload them. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We currently have 3 cards. Only one card that matters. About to be 2 cards. We're going to put 2 more cards that matter in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have plenty of mana with which to do as they please. I could attempt to get... I mean, I could just draw into that card I left in my sideboard that I really wish I had. So if we put a Wipe Away in our hand, they're going to bin it. Put a Grape Shot in our hand, they're probably going to bin that. Might not. So, yeah, what we're going to do is Grape Shot, Wipe Away. We have another gift, so that's fine. And then we're going to get Ritual. And see what they do. If they don't bin the Wipe Away, I think we've got it. But they're definitely going to bin the Wipe Away. They're probably binning the Grape Shot. Oh, shoot! I clicked on Past in Flames. Okay, well, that's a misclick. I know I just alluded to that earlier. So, yeah, there goes the bin. They give me Past in Flames. Okay. So, here I can... So here I think I can go off. So we Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So Ritual. I guess I could have Manamorphosed first, but I think I'm going to attempt to do it here. Blue, blue, because we're not going to have no shortage of red. So we can... I think what we want to do is attempt to cast another Gifts Ungiven. So we don't want to... I think we're good not exposing these guys. I think we're going to force him to use... So, 1, 2... Yeah, we're going to force him to go to eat stuff now. He doesn't know about the second Past in Flames, so there's a chance he lets this resolve. But yeah, there's no reason not to. Ooh, he's got a Cord. Ah, that's a good last card to have. Yeah. They're, I think they're about to get us here. I wonder if it counts. Cause I can still cast Grape Shot, right? No, it remembers. Okay. Well, if it didn't remember, I'd cast Grape Shot, but I think we are just dead here. Yeah. So, I do want Empty the Warrens, because it's going to be... I want Empty the Warrens, and I want Dismember. I need answers to that. I probably also need answers to Coco and Cord. Maybe Remand is just where we want to be. It's the perfect crossroads of... So we don't... I think we're good cutting a Grape Shot. And perhaps... I don't think we want to cut 2 gifts. Just 1 empty. Noxious Revival can stay out. I suppose if Graveyard's going to be unreliable, you should always sideboard in some number of pieces of the puzzle. Okay, this is once again probably not ideal, but functional. We still have our explosive draws, and we have some hedged bets as well. Okay, this is good. Having Dismember in the opener is phenomenal. It's a mwah. Yeah, we're gonna same old song and dance. Electromancer, thank you. Cool. I think we're gonna just force them to deal with it on their turn. It makes them not apply any pressure, which is good. If they have a way to deal with it. It also tells us if they have a way to deal with it, which it appears as they do. They do not. Oh, Gaddock Teeg. That's a good one. So, Gaddock Teeg prevents us from Giftsing and Past in Flamesing, but we have Dismember for him. That also means I think they're not going to block. If they do block, it's actually kind of bad for us. I guess it's not the worst. Yeah, I don't think they block. But it is real bad for us if they do. I'm going to wait a turn. It's a very explosive hand, but there's a chance we have air. It looks as though they kept their hand on the back of Gaddock. Mana's not going to be an issue as long as we keep this Mancer around. Tap that. Oh, they do have mana. They would path there if they had anything, because that keeps us off. Well, I guess Gadget keeps us off gifts, so no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't path there if they had anything. Downside to doing this before combat is minimal, or upside of doing it before combat is minimal, I believe. So I'm going to leave Remand up regardless of what happens. We're going to burn one of these just to see, just to get a peek. Like if we draw, blue-red's fine. If we draw like any sort of cantrip, we're playing it. If we draw Pass in Flames is pretty good. Maybe we're going to top both of these actually. Yep. Play our land, pass. So if we get to, if Electromancer survives, they only have access to 2 white. We're gonna win next turn. They do have, okay, so they could chord for 1 or Collected Company currently. We're not fetching. I don't think, okay, so now they can chord for 2. Thalia would be annoying. But we can remand anything. That's too bad. So we know what we're drawing, so we're not going to fetch first. We do want to have it. We don't want either one of those bad boys. It would be nice to have kept that red source, but c'est la vie. So we're going to dismember this. And now if they have, oh, Resto. Resto's good. So we have to remand here. Remand is also good. So now we're gonna go for it. And they would have, yeah, red. They would have passed if they had it. And this one's going to get double blue. No reason not to slight here because this costs 3. Yeah. Ritual is pretty great. I mean, Grape Shot's pretty great. So yeah, we can definitely win here. So we're going to keep this Grape Shot. We're going to, I think it's safe to play Opt. Because it only costs 3, yeah. Put that on top. Cast it. Red. We're going to get red here because we're getting a little low. We will play Serum Visions. Oh yeah, now we're just cooking with gasoline. Ritual. And that's all she wrote. We didn't even have to do it. My game plan was to go off a little bit more and go off a little bit more, then remand it from the graveyard, get fancy, get tricky. But sometimes, I mean, sometimes you just get to storm off. Okay. Oh, I don't want to trade. I would like to play. So I think this is the last one we're going to play, right? Maybe we'll play one more. Depends on how I feel after this one. Yes, please. Especially on the play, we're keeping this. We can Serum Visions. And then Opt. So I'm really, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if it's come across quite so well on the other side of the screen. But I'm really digging Opt. Just having redundancies in cantrip. This deck is, ooh, we got to bottom both of those, unfortunately. Well, yeah, we do. We could keep Serum Visions, but I think we just need a land. This deck is very redundant as is, and being able to play 12 cantrips in your Storm deck, that's just insane. I think if you cut one, it's probably Opt. Maybe it's Sleight of Hand. I don't know. I'd have to play more. Ooh, is this Death Shadow? Thoughtseize. Nope, Serum Visions. Thoughtseize probably just takes Opt. Because everything else is essentially redundant, and a Grape Shot in the graveyard might as well be a Grape Shot in the hand. Land. Not land. Go on, Opt. Come through. I was just talking you up. Oh, no! I do think that was a keep with 2 lands. With 2 cantrips, we got to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, okay. I will 100%. 2, 3, 4. Oof. I think we're just gonna bin the Past in Flames because we'll be able to cast it if we just draw a land. Yeah. I'm 100% on getting rid of that thing in the ice ASAP. We could just be dead here. A couple of 0 mana cost cards, Salt Strobe, plus a Bolt, Thought Scouring, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know if this might actually even be the same person I played against, but I don't know if you guys have seen all of my videos yet. I've actually been releasing a lot of them. I might slow down. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, we played against this deck before. I love it. I don't know if it's good or not, but I love it. I love everything there is about it. We need to draw a land. If we draw a land, I think we're good. If we don't draw a land, I think we're dead. We're going to bin the Ritual. So if they can flip here, we're dead. 7, 14, 56. Actually, I guess they need an Assault Strobe. But, yeah. So anyways, this deck, there's the Assault Strobe. This deck is all about casting a lot of cheap spells, be it 0 mana cost or 1 mana cost. Either flipping Thing in the Ice or Kiln Fiending. Yep. Basically, casting a lot of spells and then profiting off it with double striking big boys. It looks like a whole lot of fun. We're definitely going to be playing this deck. We've got all these cards minus like Assault Strobe, which has to be super cheap. Okay, we're not dead. We're not dead. So it's funny if we oh, we are dead. It's double strike. Yeah. It's funny if we draw a land. We did not. But if we draw a land, this is the turn 2 hand basically. What we would do, you say you have this hand on turn 2 minus Noxious Revival. You'd play your Ritual into Manamorphose, and then play your Electromancer. I guess maybe we'd have to. What is that? So Ritual 3, Manamorphose still has 3. So 3. So we'd have 1 left over. 1, 2. 1 becomes 2. 2 becomes 3. Right? Yeah. I guess we would need one of these. Would have to be a Ritual, but this is essentially the turn 2 hand. So this seems good. This seems good. These seem bad. These seem bad. I think we just in the immortal words of Ricky Bobby, Mama, we gotta go fast. Or I want to go fast. So I think we just gotta be fast. There's a chance we should have a well, no, Dispel's actually not all that good. It's only good against Temur Battle Rage. Empty the Warrens is great against things that aren't Thing in the Ice, like Kiln Fiend, but it's a liability against both Thing in the Ice and Temur Battle Rage. Assuming they even run it. I haven't seen it yet, but it seems like why would you not run it? So Grape Shot's good to be heavy on those. Remand actually isn't doing much for me. So maybe we just cut 2 Remands. Because they don't even need their spells to resolve to be good. They just have to be able to cast them. The only spell that they need to have resolve are their creatures. Yeah, it looks like we are. Well, this is a good hand if they don't have the nuts. We are in the process of getting slaughtered for the second match against this deck, and I think it's It's at minimum, it's very fun. If you like to play an Infect style deck, I think it'd be great for you. If you like to just play combo aggro, I think it'd be great for you. Oh wow! I always think Sleight of Hand is Serum Visions when I cast it, and it hasn't boned me yet, but it's going to eventually. Because I right click top, right click bottom. I notice it's put in hand at the last second every time. I'm sure. Ooh, you know what? We are ritual away, aren't we, from the turn 2. So yeah, we have 2. 2 becomes 3. -2 is ritual. Manamorphose into blue-red. Yeah, we just need a ritual. We don't get it. I'm going to Noxious Revival. No, I'm not. I wish Noxious... If Noxious just, like, put it into your hand rather than on top of your library, and it'd be way too good, but I'd like it. I'd like it if it did that. Depending on what they do this turn, I might just Revival Sleight of Hand. I guess I could have saw that coming a mile away, right? Yeah, it's kind of pointless to play that. It slows them down a turn. Well, no, we don't need to draw it. But if we Sleight of Hand into a land, I will Revival it. Dismember is good. But dang, yeah. It's unfortunate that this is the matchup we've been getting land screwed in. Because we've had some great hands. Like, I think you keep that opener hand 100 times out of 100. That's just magic sometimes. Maybe 99 out of 100, depending on if it's game 2 or not. But in the dark, I'm keeping that. That hand's insane. And really, all we had to do was draw a second land up until the turn we died. So, depending on what happens here, yeah, I'm just going to dismember this. Hoping they cast something awesome. So it really doesn't matter what they've been. If they've been something unfortunate, we will not Revival it. If they've been Revival, it's like, who cares? That was a real timely lightning bolt. We wouldn't have got there anyways, but it was still a good lightning bolt. You gotta respect a good bolt. Man, I'm just having fun playing Magic today. This has been good. My last 2 videos kind of got me a little bit lower. I hadn't been sleeping well the last couple of nights, and I think my play was affected. But you know, even if you play perfect, you're going to lose in Magic. That's just the game we're in. You got to be able to handle variance if you're going to play Magic: The Gathering for any extended period of time. I do not blame opponent for tanking a bit on my hand. That's probably the best one. I mean, I can Revival it, but I'm not going to Revival it. So that, to me, that insinuates that, ooh. So, yeah, we got to Revival that. We don't have to, but I'd like to. It sets us back a turn, but it counters their Surgical. So I've often thought in decks that care about getting surgical extraction is really unfortunate. So we could go balls to the wall and Morphos into a land. Yeah, let's. So okay, we at least deal 3 damage to them. That's 6. They could have a Death Shadow, and that wouldn't be good. But we're going to need a land. Yeah, I'm going for it. This deck puts such a fast clock on you. Blue, red. That's good. So we could cast the Ritual into Baral. But yeah, then we're out of blue, and we've got 1, 2. We've got 1 red. We can grape shot for 1, 2, 3, 4. We can grape shot for 4, and then put them on. I mean, let's play Brawl. If Brawl survives, we're in a good spot. That was the best possible draw. That's probably even better than a land at this point. Quite risky to just run a Manamorphose in the blind, but we don't have time to spin the wheels here. Yeah, we could be dead next turn. Okay, so they're in top deck mode. Okay. So yeah, I think the right line here is to sandbag that fetch. Wow. I really thought they would have shocked. But anyways, sandbag that fetch, so I think that I have to spend up to 7 spells to get rid of it. So here we're just going to Past in Flames with Ritual. Sorry, not Past in Flames. We're going to Gifts Ungiven. Wait, undo. Well, I mean, yeah, undo. Undo my undo. Boo boo. So I think we've got it here. We've got 2 mana up. We have the Grape Shot. We're just going to get the typical one. Past, correct. Ritual, Past in Flames. Ritual, Manamorphose. Done. Those are the cards? Yes. Don't misclick, Andrew. Misclicks are death. Magic the Gathering is a phenomenal game, and I'm so happy to share my love of it with you guys. This is good. So yeah, opponent is Stone Cold DED here. They have to give us basically enough mana that we can flashback Past in Flames and cast Gifts Ungiven again. So yeah, they're going to give us. So here we have 3, 4, 5 mana, 6. So Ritual. They might not have played against this deck before. Oh, did I click on the right card? No, geez, that would have been horrible. No reason to not get blue here because we could draw into something and we need blue. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 4 mana for this. So this is free. I guess we could also cast Grape Shot. No, I think we're just good. We're just going to keep that train going. So 1, 2, 3. Oh crap! Yeah, I actually punted there. Thankfully, I drew this Gifts Ungiven. Otherwise, I would have been forced to cast this Grape Shot to kill Death Shadow or Killing Fiend. So yeah, casting that. You have to be really careful with this deck, and I think if you've learned anything from these videos, it's that you have to be really careful. And we still have Gifts in the graveyard, so we can get Grape Shot here. You have to be really careful, and I have not been really careful. And that's on me, and I will strive to be better. But you can also just luck into things. If you know what you're looking for, you can luck into things. So Ritual, Manamorphose, red, blue. So we can't cast Past in Flames, unfortunately, but we can Storm+Opt for enough that we're gonna be all right. Opponent is probably real salty. Like I messed it up, but you know it's kind of hard to mess up. But what's easy to mess up here is not doing enough damage. So we have 5, 6, 7. So we need 1. Now we've won. The fact that we had Grape Shot on our hand meant the worst that we could do is not not win this turn. We could win the next turn because we can wipe their board, or at least wipe one of their. We could wipe the Kiln Fiend, and that's the only creature that can kill us next turn. Maybe I want an Empty the Warrens over a Wipe Away. What's the upside there? Wipe Away gets rid of Graveyard Hate. I think they're probably only going to have Relics or maybe Spell Bombs. And we're only going to get them there if they don't play around Wipe Away, which no one ever does, let's be honest. I think I'm probably the only person that plays around Wipe Away because I'm hyper aware of getting blown out by it. But it's probably a very low percentage play to play around Wipe Away. Empty the Warrens is phenomenal. No. It's just not. It's great against the side of the deck we saw, but it's really bad. I still haven't seen Temur Battle Rage from this deck, but I gotta assume it's in there. Crud. I think on the draw we can keep this with 2 Serum Visions, but boy howdy, we would just rather have a land. Can't we just get lucky once? Can't we just have, like, the turn 2 once? I suppose if we draw into Manamorphose Gifts Ungiven, we do have the turn. Oh! Opponent skipped their first turn. Maybe they did it on purpose. I kind of doubt it. They might just concede here. We have a million of these. We need another land. We'd like to have Past in Flames, but lands before hose. They keep a no-lander, maybe? Wow. If we drew Manamorphose, I would just jam. There's a chance they could just have our good friend Surgical. They could have like a Surgical heavy hand, and they know that they are not going to be able to lose. So let's the only way, I assume they passed their turn on purpose, or on accident. Ooh, sure, that's good. Serum Visions, exile. Okay, so they have ways to interact. Yeah, this is a spicy one. Anyone who's running Shoal, so okay, I'm assuming they both had Disrupting Shoal, and that they have to have Surgical. So yeah, we are playing right into Lightning Bolt here. Are you serious? I am horrible at tapping mana. But they have to draw land. They could also have a Shoal. They don't have a Shoal for 2, obviously, but they could have another Shoal. Wow, this is crazy. I wish I had Peak. We'll fetch for a mountain. We have enough islands. Let us Visions. See if we can't luck into something. Bottom. Let's Sleight of Hand. Sure. Grape Shot's great. So what does the Storm count at? It does not say. That is not a... So we cast Vision, Sleight of Hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to play it unless it's lethal because I'm very positive that they have Surgical in their hand. Their hand must be ridiculous to have kept kept a no-lander on the play. With a Scry, I suppose. Alright, so we're going to see first discard of the card. Death Shadow. That's what my money's on. Strobe, that's another good one. So yep, we're going to fetch. We're going to Sleight into Opt. No, because we might want the 2 top cards. I think Opt before Sleight makes sense. Yes, please. No, please. Hello, friend. Let's go for it. We don't have any mana floating, so it's okay to go to combat. That just means it's 2 less damage. Ritual. Ritual. Gifts ungiven. So we're going to get the usual pile, and we're not going to mess it up this time. I promise. Past, and then another Paretic. Okay. So they're probably going to extract my gifts, is my assumption here. But we have 2 grape shots. We really don't need much. Bingo. Well, I guess they're not going to do that. So yeah, we just have it. And we drew into it. All right. So that's how you beat a player who doesn't have lands. It's a skill. It's very skillful. It requires a whole lot of thought and really just good play. This is why. I mean, I'm not even sure most Pro Tour players could think of this line. Yeah, we'd like to target them. That's another like hidden line, is to target your opponent with your grape shots. Yeah, we're not gonna end on that one. We're gonna go one more. But that's the other side of that deck, is that it's very streamlined, but you gotta draw. It's a gambler's deck, and if you're lucky, play that deck. Stomp some face. I endorse it. So this is going to be our last one. Win, lose, or draw. I do think Storm has a good matchup against it because we are quick. They are quick. Great opener. Once again, I am loving Opt in this deck. Please check out Caleb Scherr's stream on Twitch. I haven't actually seen him stream this yet. I just saw that. I saw a stream before Opt was printed, or made legal in Modern, printed in Ixalan. And he said he was going to play Opt, which obviously. And then he tweeted out this list that I'm running. If you didn't see, wow, top. We don't need to draw Baral off the bat. If you didn't see the original video, I talk about this is Caleb's list, and that I'm running fetches. He does not run fetches, but that's essentially the only difference in our lists. Well, it's his list. I just slightly modified it. And yeah, I think Opt is phenomenal in this deck. So yep, very, very lucky we don't have Baral in hand. I'm gonna take the grape shot because why take an Opt? Opt is actually also really, really, really good against discard. You can just wait to their end step, as we are about to do. And if they want to take an Opt, they're welcome to, because we got 3 other Opts. 3 Opt hand is great against discard. This just in. So yeah, I'd rather them get a Manamorphose than Baral. This is probably 8-rack. That's what I always think when an opponent leads on 2 discard spells and then plays 2 mountains. I definitely think it's 8-rack. Okay, so we're going to go to the end step. So I would actually really, really like to get this game over with, because 8-rack seems like a really not fun matchup for me. So let's just draw into a Gifts Ungiven right here and just win the dang thing. I saw a blue card, I got excited. So yeah, we're just gonna jam Baral here and then pass. We could Opt, but there's really no reason to. They have a push, that's fine. If they have a non-targeted discard spell, I think we have to do our best to keep Baral, because that's how we're going to win is gifting with Baral. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get enough traction in our hand. Yeah, this actually seems like 3. Oh, that's good. That's very good. This actually seems like a nightmare matchup. We'll go to the end step, even though, you know, we might as well do it now. Excuse me. Let's be tight. God. We're keeping that because it's great. Yes, please. So, we Baral into Ritual Manamorphose Past in Flames with blue, and we could cast almost all of our graveyard spells. Actually, okay, I take it back. Past in Flames actually seems really good against this deck. So, we might as well Manamorphose. We're sacrificing nothing. If we draw something good, like, because we'll be able to Past in Flames it. We're sacrificing very little, and if we can draw something good, I think we just want blue-red. Okay, well, here is interesting. Because say we Ritual into Past in Flames. We could just go for it. We would be able to win because of drawing into a Grape Shot that we can remand. And then maybe some rituals. Let's do a quick, not necessarily thorough. We're going to have access to 4 mana, 3, and then it's 1, and it's 3, 4, 5, 2 of which are blue. We'll have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I think we're just going to wait. That's probably wrong. We should probably just jam. Wow, I really thought we took infinite time that turn, but we're only like 16, 15, 14, and counting seconds behind the opponent. Reason to jam there is they do have pushes. They also have, I assume, what is that card? Smallpox. Oh, is this just a weird mono black deck? Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't jam. This should have been the tip that it wasn't 8-rack. Alright, just draw Gifts Ungiven. Storm's also really good against decks that aren't great or don't have specific ways to interact with Storm. And this one, besides, these 3 cards are actually all really good against us, but these 3 cards are not. So, yeah, let's just jam. What's the worst that could happen? We have to go again. I suppose I can Noxious Revival. Noxious Revivaling anything. Nah, let's just jam it. Red. We're gonna Manamorphose. I think we're Manamorphosing into blue. Well, red. It doesn't. We could draw. Okay, we got another ritual. Let's Manamorphose again. Also into blue-red. So we got 2 more rituals. Let's cast a Serum Vision. Okay, so yeah, that's what I should do. I think we still have enough mana to do it. I'm going to Revival the Grape Shot. Cast Opt here. Put that on top. Jam with... Ah, I didn't leave enough blue mana. That's okay, though. Ooh. Or did I leave enough blue mana? Always play your lands, kids! Alright, so this is lethal. We don't have to make them go through anything more. I think it's technically correct to keep going to play around other shenanigans. No, because yeah. Discard Remand, like, no big deals. Boo! Bringer of Death 2. Death has been brought to you. Doop, do 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 do. It's not unusual to get grape shotted for $1 billion. Okay. We're gonna bring in pieces of the puzzle. So they have discard, and if they have discard, they're gonna be leaning on it. We're not gonna bring in wipe away. I don't think we're really scared of anything. We might bring in empty. I think we're just gonna get rid of the gifts entirely. Get rid of 1, 2 grape shots. Well, they might have. Let's go half and half. They might have ways to interact with 1/1s. I don't know. This is fine. So yeah, Storm, if you are an experienced, even like, if you just kind of know what piles you need to get with gifts, like that's kind of all the experience you need to start. Obviously, you pick up percentage points for every game you grind. You pick up percentage points. Like you get, the better you are with the deck, like any deck, but especially for Storm, the better you are with the deck, the better you're going to perform. Storm rewards experienced pilots. It rewards people who know their deck in and out. It rewards people who jam with their deck until it's just absolutely, completely memorized, till you know every single line. And I think if you can get to that point, I think Storm is, if not the best deck, it's in the conversation for it. You have quick, hard to interact with kills. You have redundancy. You have flexibility in your sideboard. Like, Storm's in a great spot right now, especially until I mean, you can't. It's hard to overload on hate for any one deck right now because there's a lot of powerful interactions. So we're gonna hope to linear decks that we need to be aware of. We're gonna hope to draw a Empty the Warrens, but we can play around this. I should have brought in, and ooh, we want both. Top and then top. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we get that one. So I'm expecting to have our hand torn asunder. Basically, I expected to follow the last game. I expect the first couple of turns we lose whatever we have, and then our card quality will win out. So they took Electromancer. That means they don't have an answer for it. Otherwise, a lot of these. Ooh, okay. Well, we're definitely not using the graveyard. Very glad I didn't get that gift. So we're gonna side out Past in Flames. FYI, I don't want to draw. Yeah, maybe I should have. I didn't want to draw that. We want both though. So yeah, whenever you see if opponent has a lot of graveyard hate, which I kind of assumed they would. Oh, well, I mean, there's no real harm in that because Nile Spellbomb can just go off by tapping. They aren't playing around wipe away though. They're sleeping on it. So here's interesting. Depends on how crazy we are, right? Like, we could go ritual, Manamorphose, pieces of the puzzle. And that is, let's see, 3, 4, 5 mana -5. Yeah. I mean, there's really no reason to. I think we should cast Pieces for sure. And hopefully we get a Past in Flames to ban to make opponents scared. Like, Pieces is just so much better to cast than it is to have it be discarded. The rest of our hand is pretty redundant. Oh, another Pieces, that's great. We're going to take Pieces and Manamorphose. These free spells are great. This hand looks insane. Baral one-time dealer. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. If they don't play anything here, that means one of them is a Fatal Push or Dismember. And the other one's probably a 3-drop. Liliana would be a really good draw for them. Not insane because our hand is bonkers, but it would be a good draw nonetheless. Whoa! Okay, so they want something. Honestly, our hand, it's not great against our hand, but just keeping up those 2 things makes it very hard for most Storm hands to cobble together a win. Wow, how lucky are we? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And if we draw anything off of these rituals, these Manamorphoses. Yeah, this hand is a little ridiculous. We're not losing too much with this hand. Yeah, 2 red. We're gonna get blue-red. Oh, dang. Yeah, this just in. Having 4 Manamorphoses is good. It's real good in Storm. I think blue-red is fine again. Past in Flames too? Jeez Louise. I think we're gonna get red here. I'm starting to get worried about my red mana. Four. Really would like a Baral here. Land's good. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down to 4, and then back up to 5. I think. Let's see. Say we just cast this. Yeah, let's just cast this. We're just hoping to get a ritual. This is backbreaking as is. We do not get a ritual, but we do get an opt. I think that's good. Opt Noxious Survival, I think, is good enough. So we can opt ritual. Oh, we should have been minimal. No, it's not. It's not good enough because we don't have a red floating. So yeah, that's not good enough. But we can just go off next turn. Okay, we're just going to grab Featherface. So yeah, somewhere along the way, if I had got another blue, I suppose, but this is fine. Opponent has a real juicy graveyard to get rid of. So like, got greedy there. Could have put them down lower. But it's okay. We're under enough pressure that we're under a little enough pressure that I don't have to play perfect here. But obviously, you know, the real thing is, like, I think it's correct to have gone for it there, because then we can just win. Any amount of life above 0 is not 0, so I think it's worth it to take a little risk just to end the game. I don't think the risk was that big. Pieces of the puzzle, you see a whole bunch of cards, and we are chock full. Okay, they just go for it here too. That was another thing. It's good to get them to pop that. So I'm pretty happy with that. We were either going to win or we were going to be set up for a good next turn. If they have another piece of graveyard hate, well, good for them. But ooh, that's the right Liliana for them to play. I think I would have -2'd. They just need pressure because they knew we had Ritual. So we can cast both Serum Visions and Opt 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need much more. I think that does not do it. So I think we're good keeping it though. So if we opt into it, yeah, we just need a barrel. So say 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, let's wait a turn. You kind of get used to being able to jam because, at least in the early stages of learning the deck, because you're used to your reducer out there. But the difference in reducer versus non-reducer, I guess building up to 7 is actually pretty good too. So maybe that is better than -2ing. I feel like -2ing is good, but 7 probably just wins the game for them. So I think. Oh, what's this? Return to a creature card. Okay, we're still good here. This is Liliana Tribal deck? That's pretty cool. I am good with this deck. This is good. Thoughtseize. Okay. +1. Target creature card. Is this target creature as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're either bottoming this remand or topping it. We need 5 spells. We don't have 5 spells, so I think we have to bottom it. We're going to just cast the Opt here. If we get double Ritual, I think we're good. We get Ritual. Sleight of Hand. We're not dead next turn, so we might as well Sleight of Hand. Remand is good, and we'll pass. So I think next turn we can just, honestly, we probably could have just passed in Flames this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we couldn't have. Next turn, if we draw a land with this Opt, we can, and we can WIN. So yeah, I think opponent did want to minus that first Liliana. I mean, if they draw Graveyard Hate here, my whole plan is to go off without Graveyard Hate, but we can go off with Graveyard Hate, but we can go off without it next turn if we have a land, which I should have topped instead of this remand. I was not really thinking about it. Gotta be thinking about it. Land. Bottom. Ritual. That might do it. Okay, so boop boop. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 4. Yep. All right. Oh, really? Let's see. Grape Shot here. We're down to 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still fine, right? Because then we cast it for 4, then we can Ritual. So 3 plus 3. Yep. Gotta make sure. Don't want to make a mistake there. Same targets. And we also don't want to accidentally split onto a Liliana here. Suppose I could have remanded, but I mean, we lose to surgical extraction here. Nope. 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 No. Say I do remand this. We could cast it again. 1, 2. We can't cast it another time, so let's let's just go for the passive items. Nope. No. The fact that they're waiting for it is making me kind of nervous. Okay, we're good. Red, blue, doesn't matter. Ritual, red, ritual, red, grape shot, dumb, GG. Okay, so I made that a little bit harder than it had to be, but if you have breathing room, Storm is pretty idiot proof. If you don't have breathing room, Storm is the opposite of idiot proof. Oh, they're gonna make me click through it. So F2. Okay, no, they're not gonna make me click through it. Okay, so that's gonna conclude our mini series here with Storm. I think this is a great build. I think I'm going to be testing out off stream at least the fetchless version. I think it's really good in a lot. I think in most matchups, and probably all matchups, you become a little more susceptible to a timely Blood Moon, I suppose. But like, I'm not going to fetch around a Blood Moon with this deck because having too many islands is death too. So yeah, I think Caleb's built a phenomenal deck. Caleb Sure. I think you would I'm definitely going to test out, like I said, definitely going to test out the fetch list. Fetch list. I think that's really neat innovation. It's in a great spot in the meta right now. Also, he does not run Biforce. He runs Shattering Spree. I like Biforce, but that's really only, I think Shattering Spree, it's functionally the same, but not quite. Shattering Spree is probably better. I shouldn't have changed that. Anyways, I think this deck's great. I encourage you guys to play it if you haven't played it before. If you have played it before and you're waiting to get back on the wagon with Storm, I think it's in a great spot right now, and I think this is a great list to start with. If you love Storm, play it. If you want to get better against Storm, play Storm. That's the best way to do it. So this has got the tier fun, seal of approval. Storm's great. Just good old-fashioned Magic. Really like it. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I had a blast playing this deck. And thanks for tuning in. Check me out on Twitter. That's all I really have to say. So you guys, thanks for coming. Have a good day.